Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about another triggering subject because I've had a couple of messages requesting that I talk about this specific subject because I have done some work with those people before. So I thought today's the day, and I think I've kind of been putting it off because it is a little bit out there, as if all of the other videos that I do aren't. Um, so this is my journey to being what most of you would recognize as or identify as an exorcist, a demon slayer, an entity remover. And that's not just limited to demons as we see in the films, which are fairly accurate, by the way, not to frighten anyone, just telling the truth. But it also applies to alien entities, so alien beings that are from other dimensions who operate in the dark. And alien implants as well. And I think I talked about an alien implant I actually acquired. How generous of them, not so long ago. So if you're interested in that, I think I did a video on TikTok to explain what had happened to me. So my little journey to being a demon slayer. In 2016, I was experimenting with dark magic, not to project on anybody else. It was actually a bunch of rituals in Hebrew, and stupidly, I thought that I could work with demonic entities to get what I wanted, because these were the books that I was reading, and I'm not going to quote them because I don't want anybody to delve into that, but they are actually a series of books. They're actually kind of an infamous group, underground group now. They have loads of books available. They're even on Amazon. This shit is crazy. And I was drawn in by it. It's about harnessing the power of demons, but not allowing them to take over your body or for them to become attached to you, which is absolute bullshit. Okay. So to give you an idea, some of the rituals I was doing might last an hour in Hebrew, and they were working with sigils, with Hebrew writing. There were Hebrew words, there were English translations as well, and then you would call in all of the corners and you would work with different demons in each corner. I know. So there were lots of reasons why I was doing it. I think this comes from, and if you've watched any of my past live series, you'll probably know that I've dabbled in dark magic for many, many, many past lives. So it's all culminated in this lifetime. So I think the reason I was drawn to it was to understand that I shouldn't be doing it anymore, in a really basic sense. Yeah. So the first experience I had with a demon might frighten people. Wait for it. So I was doing all these rituals. This ritual lasted for an hour every day. I did for 60 days. I mean, that's some commitment, right? Things did start to happen to me in a good way. So I was like, oh, yeah, it's working. Brilliant. No. I remember going to bed one evening, and all of a sudden, I just knew there was something in the room. It was around 3 a.m., which is a very active time for demons and entities anyway. Same as the movies, guys. And I sat bolt upright in bed. And what I saw may surprise you. It was this 8-foot light being. It was bright white, it was translucent, it didn't have a face, it looked like it had the shape of a hood. It was ginormous, and the energy from it was incredible. So you will automatically think, oh, wow, that's an angel. But I didn't, because I fucking knew what it was. It was a demon tricking me, or trying to trick me into thinking it was an angel. And I screamed the house down. Like, even thinking about it now makes my heart race. It was unbelievable. So that was my first experience. And they do lie. Like, demons are here to lie. They shapeshift. They can present to you as a different being, aka an angel. You can actually make friends with your demons as well. I've done that. I was doing that because I thought they were giving me power. So that was the first time. And then what happened to me is I had them removed by an amazing guy, and I've mentioned him before, Steve Deeks de Silva. Absolutely incredible entity and demonic entity remover. Amazing. I'd gone to him, and then I'd started exploring how to do it on my own because I was fascinated by it. I was really drawn in. So that's ultimately what I did. And again, I've said before, I don't reveal how I do it, because that sets them on fire. And I know what will happen. They'll start coming in, trying to attach to me, and because you're watching this video, they might try and attach to you as well. So I don't want to give them a big light to say, hey, she's talking about it. But yeah, it involves some work in the 4D. It involves my creation of sigils. My own sigils. They are bespoke. They hold a lot of magical power to counteract the dark magic. It involves that. It involves working with archangels, spirit guides, my white source dragon, who breathes violet flame. Incredible. Who is also me. I think I've said that before. Interchangeable. I know it's weird. Just go with it. And that's kind of what happens. So I will take the soul, when I was doing it for other people, I'd take their soul into the 4D, protect them, and carry out my work there. And everything is pulverized, it's turned to dust, and it's sent back to source. So ultimately that's what happens. It's a similar process with alien entities, and implants are a little bit more complicated because they have, it's almost like they have a box. And then out of that box comes tentacles, and those tentacles can attach to your energy, your chakra points, and they can cause a lot of physical damage. A lot. So, yeah, I did that for 3 years, and it was hard. It was hard work, and it was very much trying to be light, but still operating in the dark. So I actually don't practice it anymore. However, I can still see demons. I know when there are things attached to people, and there are loads of different entities. One I'm going to mention, which is super common, is called an astral parasite. And they kind of look like slugs with tentacles, huge things. They're not super dangerous, but most people have them. And their tentacles go into your chakras, and they just feed on your energy. So they can be removed really quickly, but some of the others are more intense and more scary. And some of them that I've seen have been really horrible. I've had a really weird experience with what's known as a tall man. Sounds crazy, but he was like 12 foot tall, attached to my partner actually. That was weird. I've seen all sorts of things. It's really interesting. And if you guys want to hear more about some of the entities I've had interactions with, drop me a message, let me know, and I'll happily do another video on it. But just know, don't be frightened, because there is help out there. And even though I don't practice entity removal anymore, I know a great guy. I know a few people, but Steve is the best at what he does. And I still go to him every few months to make sure that my energy is in check. So yeah, don't worry, there's help out there. If you ever think you've got something attached, let me know. I can still tell you that. I just will not remove them because it's down and dirty work. Okay, guys, I have to go. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope no one's too frightened. I love you. I'll speak to you later. Bye.